Because this thing is saying
For what it's worth, settings have been changed over here too.
yeah. So so we got a few things we got to get taken care of. Push getting back in Arizona. Like this is saying that it no longer supports the version of iOS on here, so please update it. Not iOS, Mac OS. Yeah, I mean, a couple of people have done some stuff that but it's not documented anywhere. It's been done, so
Yeah.
that's not cool. So you're here next week, okay?
Do you know anything? I don't have the Black Magic available to me anymore.
Oh, it's not on.
Oh, thank you.
check, check. Ah, thanks. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's take a breath. Settling in. I feel the energy settling in. Let's try some of these sounds to center with. If your mind is wandered off somewhere, bring it back to the breath. start to wiggle your toes. Gently returning back. Oh, you're back. Thank you. Namaste.
Yeah. who we've come to be. We are love, we are one. One big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light, everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Welcome, welcome, welcome to CSL San Jose. I am so glad to be here. I am so glad to be back. I'm Reverend Cheryl McCreary, if you don't know who I am yet, and I'm so glad to be here. I missed y'all. Do y'all remember me? Do y'all remember me? I'm so excited to be back with my spiritual family and to be back home where we celebrate life, where we celebrate God, where we celebrate love, where we celebrate each of us as unique expressions of the one, and we co-create our best lives ever. And I'm glad to be a part of this community. I missed y'all so much. And for those of you who are visiting for the first time or the 1,000th time, welcome home. Welcome home. So beautiful. It is so glorious to be here on Choir Sunday and to have this magnificent choir led by Valerie Joy Fidmont, our director right here. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you. So wonderful. So, oh my goodness. Last night I felt like it was Christmas Eve and I was waiting for Santa. And I was tossing and turning and I couldn't sleep and I was so excited and I was a little bit nervous to be here, but it's all coming back to me. It's like riding a bike. All right, so speaking of which, it's time to move on with the service. So I want to acknowledge our beautiful practitioners in service today. Karen Fedor did our meditation, and Jennifer Bick is coming up now, who will do our call to service and invocation and hold high watch. And thank you so much, Jennifer.
Good morning. So now we take all that vibrant, loving energy from the music and we pull it down in to our centers. And I'm going to ring our bowl 3 times to welcome in that divine presence that we know is already here with us. Let's pray. Standing here, I take a moment to just recognize divinity, which is love, which is sacred. That God Spirit that has a profound presence. And each time I take a moment to turn towards that presence, I am awestruck. I am so moved by the fullness of love that life presents to me in the form of God. And I breathe it in. I inhale that love. I inhale the all that is. And then realize that that love is within me. That God's Spirit resides closer than my breath, closer than my heartbeat. I am an expression of it. And that which is true for me is true for each and every person, being, entity that hears my voice, and everyone that doesn't. So this knowing of this profound, intense love that resides within each one of us gives me the right to state that we are in the presence of God right here, right now in this service. And that which is expressing as me expresses as the music, as the message, as the prayers, as the time in between, as the announcements, and as everyone here in service and everyone receiving that which we give forth with the love of the divine. That it is blessed beyond measure. It is the essence of perfection. And as we all come together as one family, we are raising the vibration of the world in love. And for this, I am so grateful and so humbled by the opportunity to witness love in action. So I give great thanks. I exhale my gratitude. I inhale my love and I exhale my gratitude. And with that I say, and so it is.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Reverend Jeff, and I am your assistant minister here. And it's my honor to be your host today with my good friend, Reverend Rochelle. And what are we going to do? We're going to stand and do our statement of being. I'm going to invite you all to stand as we do the statement of being together. And I love what Reverend Marcia was talking about, that this is something for which this community really roots themselves into. So when we are speaking it out loud, we do so coming from this place of the heart. Sound good? Okay. We believe that life is good, that God is all there is, and that love is the only power. We are a welcoming and inclusive community of inspired individuals caring for and about each other and the entire planetary family. Of active compassion and kindness to the world. Our purpose is to transform lives, build dreams, and reveal God through education, music, prayer, service, generosity, and play. Yes, so it is. So stay standing and say hello to one another. Like a couple of days after. It's like Thursday or Friday. Every truck? All right, so heading back to our seats, waiting for my partner in crime. That one first.
I was too busy socializing.
Please, that's okay.
So before we start the announcements, I want to say, Reverend Jeff, you held it down while I was gone. You were amazing. Your talks were amazing. And I appreciate you so much. And I'm going to miss you so much. So thank you, thank you. I don't think there's anyone here happier to see me than Reverend Jeff Hargis. I think he's very happy I'm back.
That is right.
All right, so where are we starting? Right here?
That one right there.
Okay, so Youth and Family Ministry is on a summer hiatus, and only the teens are meeting. Jennifer, am I doing this right? Okay. They're on hiatus till September 22nd. So young folks are welcome to be in the sanctuary for service, but we won't have Youth and Family for the littles until September 22nd.
And the summer doesn't mean that we have to hide in our air conditioning. We can get out and enjoy this air conditioning with lots of different things that we're going to be doing. Starting with today, we are doing our support of our furry friends. This is something that we started at the beginning of the month. They are collecting donations and food, and we also have a link to Amazon that has our wish list on there so that we can deliver it, and that'll be active through the end of this month. So there's a table outside if you have any questions for them. And speaking of which...
Do I do this one? I haven't done announcements for 3 weeks. I don't know what's going on. Is it the animal?
It is.
Okay, great. All right, so Can We Talk to Animals is happening today, 12:30 to 2. This is an incredible opportunity to work with an animal intuitive to learn how to be more connected to your pets and to animals. Laurel Wilson, the animal intuitive who will be here running the session, is going to discuss her work and how she communes with animals. And I think she may do some work with y'all as well. When I had my dogs, I worked with an animal intuitive to, one of my dogs had a recurring ailment, and no matter what I did, we could not get rid of it. And I worked with an animal intuitive, and I wasn't necessarily skeptical, but I wasn't sure what to expect. And I didn't work with Laurel, but with someone else. And this woman immediately told me what to do to adjust for him, and what was the issue with him and what to adjust. And I did that, and he never had that issue again. So it was really a stunning demonstration of oneness, right? There are those who are open and available to communicate in ways that not all of us have. So if you're interested in something like that, please join today, and it's a love offering, 12:30 to 2.
And we're meeting right here in the sanctuary. Next thing is the sacred space honoring the gifts of ritual. I love that we are doing this, that Elizabeth is putting this together, because it's something that we may be lacking as Centers for Spiritual Living. We don't have a lot of ritual. And this is one of those things of getting people together, and you create your own individual ritual. And Elizabeth is a perfect person to guide this process. And it is happening on August 4th. From 12 o'clock to 2 p.m. with an investment of $49. So join us for that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Also, we have a lot of folks here who are caregivers in one way or the other, either caring for an aging parent, caring for a child, caring for yourself. How many people here are caregivers in some way? Raise your hand. Yeah, so lots of people are caregivers. There's a caregiver support circle that's going to start happening the second Sundays of the month, and it's going to start in August. It'll happen from 12 to 1:30 here at the center in the prayer room, but although I think from seeing the hands, we may move it to a larger space. But if you're someone who is a caregiver and you need spiritual support, you need to be able to talk and share, you need to just talk about what it's like to be a caretaker, a caregiver, please join Reverend Marsha Benkala and Mary Jo Garrett. They will be creating a safe space for you to be heard, loved, and supported in your caregiving journey.
I love that. Last night, we had an amazing sound bath experience hosted by Erica Valentine.
Erica, standing up for those of you who don't know Erica. Yeah.
It really was an amazing experience. I'm glad I finally went to that. I would go to every single one of them now from here on out, which isn't that much longer.
I know, don't say it.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So anyway,
Don't talk about it.
Let's just ignore it. So on August 11th, she's going to be doing the pre-service meditation once again. She sets up all of her bowls and sound vibration equipment and instruments, and it is a wonderful experience. So come and join us pre-service for meditation on August 11th.
Have we done all of the
I think
announcements?
we're done.
Oh, one thing I want to say, if you are a pledge member, if you're part of the Pledge Club, there's a coaching call this Wednesday. So if you want some coaching around something, Wednesday from 6 to 7, you'll receive an email about that. And then there's a master class on Thursday about the art of conscious conflict. So if you're a Pledge Club member, check your email. You will get those tomorrow when I'm officially back in the office. So you'll know what to do. Yay. Okay, can I just say this one thing? Next Sunday is Reverend Jeff's last Sunday, so I am trying to hold it together here, but I am just so aware that this is like almost the last time we'll be doing announcements together in this way. Yeah. So we will be celebrating next week. So make sure you show up with your party shoes on and loving words and offerings for Reverend Jeff, because that will be his last Sunday. All right. It's time for a song, yes? Let's sing. Okay, great.
The song says, "You are here, moving in our midst."
My goodness. Oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. That is the Global Heart Choir, directed by Valerie Joy Fidmont. Thank you, thank you. And our incredible musicians this morning are Dave Marchant, Dwayne Pate, Sonia Trejo, and Troy Arnett. Let's have a big round of applause. So magnificent. Oh, I know, wow, right? How you doing, Troy? Good, good. All right, so I thought my iPad was charging. And guess what? It wasn't, exactly. Exactly. Imagine my surprise when I just pushed the button there to get up and do my talk and thought, there we go, it's not charging. It's dead. I love it. I love it. Waymaker, right. Right. So this month, July, has been a month where we've talked about freedom. Freedom is the theme. Freedom. That's a big word, and people interpret it different ways. So the definition of freedom is the quality or state of being free. And it is also the absence of necessity, coercion, or constraint in choice or action. Liberation from slavery or from the power of another, right? All of this means freedom. It's such a big, loaded word that gets used a lot, freedom. And so today, I am going to be talking about what our beloved philosopher Bob Marley called emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Right? None but ourselves can free our minds. So the freedom formula that I'm addressing and talking about today is giving you a recipe for how do I free myself from the thoughts that bind me, from the thoughts that produce conditions that are toxic, that I do not want to experience, that I want to shrug off, that I want to release, that I want to be free of. So that's what we're talking about today. What is the formula for that? And it is so simple, but not so easy. So simple, right? The formula is really simple, and we know this formula, right? If you have a clear thought and you have a strong feeling that supports that thought, you are going to then have a demonstration or a manifestation or produce an effect, whether it's desired or not, right? So a thought plus a feeling equals a manifestation or a form. Yes? Y'all follow that? Okay, and we all agree that's pretty basic, right? In our teaching, that's pretty basic. And so if it is such a simple formula, my question for you is how come we're still stuck in some stuff? Right? Why is it that we're still stuck in some stuff? Right? Whether it's I don't have enough money, whether it's toxic relationships, whether it's a job I hate, whether it is a physical condition, whatever it is, if we have a formula and we know what the formula is, how are we still stuck? Right? How are we still stuck? When we think about all the things that we know to do our affirmations, to think positive, to take classes, to change our thinking, change our lives, to be in community and relationship with positive people, like-minded people, we do all that stuff, and sometimes we still are not getting the effect that we want. We're not having the life we want. We're not having the experience we want. Can y'all feel this? Yeah, anybody out here know what I'm talking about? Yes, yes, right? And then sometimes we have that lovely experience I was discussing with the practitioners in my office before this. We have that lovely experience of, having something happen and we realize, oh my gosh, this is my pattern, this is my stuff. I thought I healed that like 3 times ago, right? I thought I'd healed that, worked with that, it was dissolved, it's gone, I blessed it, on its way, and here I am again, experiencing this in a different form, right? And sometimes it can be highly, highly seductive and tricky what the form is. I was sharing with the practitioners, and I won't go into too much detail about this, about my own personal story, because there's other people involved, but I was sharing with the practitioners how there was a time, and I was working, working as a consultant, and there was a time something happened with the CEO of the company and the COO of the company in a way that they communicated with me and interacted with me about getting paid and some other things. And And I was feeling a little bit powerless. I was feeling like something was being done to me. I was feeling like a victim. And my lawyer had to get involved, and it was just like I was feeling very victim-y. And all of a sudden, it dawned on me, oh wait, this is an old pattern with my dad. Right? This is an old pattern with my dad. Because once I did the work and got away from the people and the situation, the specifics of the situation, and got to what is the issue here? What is this issue? Right? What is the issue? Once I got to that, then it was like, oh my gosh, this is something I've been working on, right? I've been working on this. I thought I'd healed this. I've done therapy. I've been a practitioner for 100 years, right? I grew up in this teaching. Like, I thought I've done this work, yes, and here I am experiencing the same issue, but I didn't recognize it because it was in a different package, right? So the package confused me, The package, I couldn't see clearly, oh wait, this is the issue. As soon as I got it was the issue, what the issue was, and I did my work around it, it completely dissolved and disappeared, right? It dissolved and resolved itself, yes. And so today I really want to dive into the nitty-gritty of how you get yourself free from some of the stuff that you continuously experience, okay? So let's talk about the law of mental equivalence. So I'm teaching that class right now, and here's the thing about what we call in religious science, science of mind, the law of mental equivalence. It says, for every formed thing in the universe, there is a corresponding mental image, right? For every formed thing in the universe, there is a corresponding mental image. So if you are experiencing something that you don't want, it says the law of mental equivalence is like a magnet that draws the exact thing you have deeply lodged in your subconscious mind to you, right? Whatever you have lodged in your subconscious mind, it draws it to you. It never stops working. So the experience that you're currently living is the equivalent of what you mentally pictured. Right? It's the equivalent of what you mentally pictured. Now, the beautiful thing about this is you can change your mental equivalent at any time. You can change it so that you have a different outcome. We are not stuck. This is what I love about this teaching is it says we are not powerless, we are powerful. We are power-filled. We are filled with the power of spirit. We can co-create our lives. Right? We can renew, recharge, remake, reconstruct our lives out of our thoughts and our feelings. Yeah? Y'all with me? All right. Oh, I'm so good. I'm so glad to be here. I got a little sleep. Got a little sleep for 3 weeks, so I'm ready for this. Now, we have to be in our consciousness what it is we want to experience, right? That is the core of the entire thing. And so the question becomes, how then do I do that? So if the formula looks like this, thought plus feeling equals result, right? Then the first thing starts with what is your thought, right? And I'm going to even make this a more distinct, more of a distinction, right? What is your clear desire or your clear request? What do you want, in other words? And this sounds so simple, but not so easy to talk about what you want. It's amazing to me whenever I work when I worked with corporate clients as an executive leadership coach, now when I work with clients around their life and spiritual coaching, what's really interesting is the first thing I ask is, what do you want? Paint a picture of what your vision is for a certain thing. How many people in here have taken class with me or worked with me in some way? Yeah. Isn't that where we start? We always start with, what do you want? Right? Because if you don't have a clear aim, if you're not aiming for something, you're not going anywhere. Right? You have to have a clear aim and a clear request. So here's what's always interesting to me. Typically, I'll say 90% of the time when I ask, what do you desire? What do you want? Right? So maybe someone's sitting across from me and they want something related to their health, right? Or relationship. Okay, what do you want? Then the person starts telling me exactly what they don't want or what they have. Right? They start telling me, well, in this relationship I'm in now, and he doesn't do this, and he's not doing that, and then he does this, and this. I'm like, yeah, got it. What do you want? Yeah, well, in order for me to get this other job, I got to get another degree, I got to learn something. It's like, yeah. What do you want? Right? What do you want? And so what happens is, because we cannot get clear and make a clear request about what we want, already one part of the formula is corrupted. Right? It's already corrupted, right? You don't have a clear request. So here's what's happening, though. You got a lot of strong feelings, right? Because feeling is the second part. So feeling is, your emotions, how you're feeling about something, your physiology, and how you're wired around something, right? If you're ignited about it, or if it produces a strong reaction in you, right? And so again, many times, in addition to saying like, "What do you want?" and someone's telling me what they currently have, right? And then what I'm seeing and sensing or even asking, "What do you feel about it?" They start telling me what they feel about what's going on now, right? Yeah, my back really hurts and there's just no way, and I know I'm going to always be on crutches and this is always going to be the thing, and I'm just in a lot of pain, right? Or, this person just, I don't know what to do. I'm at my wit's end and I keep getting abused by this person, and they're doing this and they're doing that, and my boss is dumping on me, and da-da-da-da-da-da, right? Like all these feelings. And I'm not saying that feelings are not valid, but here's what is true. This formula works all the time. So if your focus is on, you have a clear request and it's rooted in what you already have, and then your feelings are about what you already have, what are you going to produce? What you already have. You're going to produce more of what you already have, right? And so many times, though, we're in pain. We're in pain. We want to change something in our lives. Our finances are not going well. Oh my God, I don't have enough money. I need to make more money. So that fear is coming in with, I have a request. I need to make more money. Right? But the fear is around, I don't have enough money. So the formula is saying, the request is really, I don't have enough money. Then the feeling is, I don't have enough money. So what happens? I don't have enough money. Right? Right? And we think we're making a request. We think we're making a request to have abundance, to have financial ease and flow. But really, what is happening is our thought, our request, our thought, and our feeling is around lack. So we keep producing lack in one form or another, right? So let's walk this through. We're talking about this on an individual level. Let's talk about it on a collective level, because here's the thing: each of us has a mental equivalent for certain things, and then groups of people have a collective mental equivalent. A collective mental equivalent, a collective set point of how they're thinking about something. You see it play out in our world all the time. Right? Do we have a world that has a collective mental equivalent for peace? No. Why? What makes you say that? Because we're fighting all the time, right? There's something breaking out all the time, right? We don't have a collective mental equivalent for peace. In some areas, there's more of a mental equivalent around war and violence and upset. In other areas, it might be a little more peaceful, but collectively, we don't have that. So here's what happens. Something breaks out, war breaks out, violence breaks out, and people get upset, right? And I see this happening in the Unshakable Peace meditation in the mornings. When we started this, it was at the time of the conflict that's happening in Israel and Palestine. And so we started the Unshakable Peace meditation to each day just get really anchored in peace. Because here's the thing, we have to have a mental equivalent for peace in order to have a collective mental equivalent for peace in order to actually experience peace, right? And so what happens, and what I would notice, is people would come to the meditation full of fear, and that's okay because we're learning and we're growing, right? But people would come in full of fear, please pray for peace in the Middle East, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? And then people are sometimes, I'm not saying I see it, but I'm just saying like sometimes, people are on Facebook and they're posting all this stuff, right? And it's not peaceful stuff. Right? So you're wanting to come to the meditation, you want to pray for peace in the Middle East, and then there's posting of stuff that's not so peaceful, and then there's arguments of people not so peaceful, and then internally you're beating yourself up about something else, or feeling like you're not worthy or good enough, and then you're in conflict with some other people. We're running around not being peaceful, saying we want a peaceful world. It doesn't work like that. Right? It does not work like that. It does not work like that. Peace begins with me. I grew up in this church, and that was the only song we sang. I am so glad to have a choir, I Don't Know What to Do, and some other songs, because literally when I grew up in religious science, at the end of the service, we'd all hold hands in a circle and sing the peace song, Let There Be Peace on Earth and Let It Begin With Me. It's a beautiful song. It's so sweet. But it's great to have other music too. But that song spoke to the truth, which, let there be peace on earth, let it begin with me. It starts with me. Right? So I have to be peaceful. I have to have a mental equivalent for peace within my own psyche, where I'm not beating myself up, I'm not abusing myself, I'm not downgrading myself, I'm not shooting and wooding all over myself, right? I have to be at peace with myself and then be at peace with other people. Again, peace does not mean you condone bad actors. It just means that you either move them out of your situation or you find a way to be peaceful in your response to them, right? So you have to be in peace with other people. And then collectively, we begin to shift the vibration on the planet and we begin to establish peace. But that is the only way it will happen. And yes, peace can be enforced from outside. We see it all the time where where peace is enforced. And there are times we need that. We need it to just be enforced, right? Call the police, right? Or call in something to make things peaceful, but that's not sustainable. Right? Peace that's forced from the outside is not sustainable. Peace that comes from the inside, that bubbles up from each of us individually and then joins collectively and shifts the planet, that is sustainable. Right? Because freedom at its core is unity. Freedom at its core is unity. It's recognizing that we all emanate from one source. We're unique expressions of one source. Right? We're unique expressions of one source. So we can't, let me get my vacation language out of the way. We can't should all over other people, right? Blame and shame and point the finger at other people. We can't want to destroy other people and not be destroyed ourselves because we are from one source, right? So it starts with us. And this doesn't mean we sit by idly, and just, just sit by idly while things just, disintegrate, right? We'll be moved into action, but we have to start with, what is my request? What is my clear thought about a thing, right? And if it's peace, especially as we move into this election season, we're already in the election season, right? But as we move and there's more and more forces that want to divide us, there are more and more forces that want us to believe we're separate from each other. There are more and more forces that want us to believe that the other is the problem. The other is evil. The other is, needs to be destroyed or in some way, right? We're in a world where that is so prevalent. And so in order to shift it, what we have to get to is, where does that exist in me? And then how do I get to the truth in myself about it, right? Where am I othering? And it may not be as extreme as we see on the outside sometimes. It's always interesting how spirit will, a person or a situation will appear to you as a teacher, and usually it's very exaggerated, right? So that we can actually see it. So when you see this othering, especially something that really ignites you or charges you or triggers you, the next move is the first move is to bless it, right? Just to say a prayer of blessing and knowing God is there no matter what the appearance. And then the second thing is to ask, where does this exist in me? Because if I'm triggered by this thing someone else is doing or some group is doing, then there's something for me to learn here, and let me look very carefully about the sty that may be in my eye. Right? Let me look very carefully at where I may be othering, I may be blaming, I may be whatever it is, right? Because there's only one of us here. So freedom. Yeah, so there's this misconception that freedom is, I get to do whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want, to whoever I want. And that's just obnoxious, right? That's not freedom, that's just being obnoxious. Right? That's just being obnoxious. I'm going to be myself all over everybody, right? That's not freedom. That's not freedom. Because if there's only one of us here, would you want someone else doing that to you? Right. So if you don't want someone else doing that to you, it's probably not freedom that you're expressing. So here's the thing I want you to get, and I want you to begin to practice this week. I want you to really, really think about what you desire in your life. And if there's an issue that you have that's up, or something you keep circling around, something that keeps coming up for you, or something that's just up right now for you, maybe it's a worthiness issue. Like maybe it's a purpose issue. Maybe it's a health issue. Maybe it's relationships. Maybe it's money. I don't know. Maybe it's politics. whatever it is, I want you to really think about what do I desire to experience? Now, I am not asking you how. Notice I have not said, how do you get this experience, right? I am saying, what do you want to experience? So let's say you are laid off. And you've been looking for a job, haven't been able to find what you really want, right? And in your mind, you're thinking, well, I have to do this, and I got to send out a certain number of resumes, and I got to do that, and I got to do whatever, I got to do all the things, yes? And so instead of doing that, start thinking about what you want to feel in your new role. Right? So you may want to feel like you're doing meaningful work. You want to feel very well compensated. You want to work with people that you love and that turn you on. You want to do work that you get up in the morning and you're jazzed about it, and it's creative and it's challenging and it's fun and it's useful and it helps people. And you're working for a great company and there are great benefits and you're supported fully, right? Whatever it is you want, start feeling that. That is the request you make. That is the mental equivalent you have. And so even while you're having that thought of how you want to feel in this new job, then also while you're having that thought of what you want, right? Of what you want, then also how do you want to feel, and start feeling it now. So feel fulfilled now. Get up out of bed and say, yes, I have the best job in the world now. Right? I have the best relationship in the world now. Do it now. Right? Start feeling it now. And become very interested in how you want to feel. Read stories about people who are in new roles that they love, people who found their dream job, people who did amazing things and love their work. Read about it. Look for those stories. Talk to other people. This is how you ignite feeling. Right? This is how you ignite feeling. It's not just about sitting by yourself and then just sort of manufacturing, trying to fake your way into it. No, use some props. Use some tools. Right? Use some tools to spark yourself into the feeling. So if it's a relationship, talk to people who've been in long-term relationships that appear to be successful. Ask them, how do they do it? Right? Vincent's, I'm coming to you after service. Talk to people who've been in great relationships. Ask them how they do it. How are they managing? Read books about it. Read books about wonderful relationships that support and that work. And surround yourself with that so that you develop the mental equivalent, so then you can have that experience. But sitting around with people who are not having a great relationship, talking about how hard it is to have a relationship, right? And commiserating what does that produce? It's more of the same. Right? Because you're making a clear request. Oh, I don't have a great relationship. Can't find one, right? And you have a great feeling about it. Oh my God, it's once you get a certain age, blah, 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 blah. Right? You got all this feeling invested. And then and the universe hears, the law hears, oh, okay, you're too old, no relationship. Right? Or whatever it is, right? You're too old, no job. Right? You're too whatever. Right? Whatever it is you're saying, the law says yes. Yeah? So you want to feed it. You want to wake up and put in what you want, right? That clear request, and then that feeling motivated by interest and by speaking and by visioning and visualizing and doing your prayer work and coming to church and being around people who support you in the truth, right? Be around people who will not let you be in falsehood, you know? I love my mother, and I love my mom, and sometimes it's so difficult because, people who know her as a counselor know her as this, very patient, caring, listening, will help you over a long time. Some people in here have worked with her, so she's just like this incredible counselor and coach, and that's not my experience all the time. That's not my experience. I have one good time, maybe, to be out of alignment with principle before she's like reminding me who I am. And it's not always pleasant. It's not always fun, because sometimes you just want to cry, right? You just want to whine, right? You just want to be in your stuff. My mom, for me, is not the place to go for that. Not the place to go for that, because she's going to get me together quickly, okay? Very quickly, right? But here's the beauty of it. And even though it can seem harsh at times, right? But here's the beauty of it. It trained me to get to principle quickly, right? Get to principle very quickly. Do not wallow. Do not wallow in stuff, right? Feel your feelings and then get to principle very, very quickly, right? So it trained me to do that. And so you want people like that in your life. If you have a circle of friends and everyone sort of commiserates with you and you sit around and you spend long times together and you're commiserating and blah, 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 that's wonderful. It feels delicious. But it's not getting you where you want to go. As much as those people love you, they cannot get you where you want to go because they are not standing in truth. They're standing in the human you that they're friends with, and they're supporting you in that way, and that's great. But if you're trying to get a new life, a new thought, a new way, a new experience, you need people who are going to say, what is the truth? Because what you're saying is not true about you. You need people who are going to do that. All right. So I feel like because the order of service changed, I'm talking too long, but I am on fire. It's amazing what a little sleep will do, right? It's amazing what a little sleep will do. So here's what I'm going to say. We're going to go ahead and turn within to pray, but I just want to remind you of this formula. Have a clear request. Okay, a clear desire, a clear what do you want? Be clear about what you want. Be bold, say it. And then go to how you want to feel when you have that thing. Now, you don't need to outline like, well, I want to move into this house at this address on this whatever. No, I want a home that is beautiful, that's spacious, that is warm, that is loving, that's safe and secure. It's the perfect price, right? So you want to go into the feeling of what you want. And then stand still and see the salvation of the Lord God at hand, which means stand still and watch that manifestation. Watch it come to being, because it will. Let's turn within. Oh, so we just take a nice deep breath here as we just recognize the power of the way maker that makes a way out of no way. That divine presence that is always, that is all powerful, all knowing, all being, everywhere, present, everywhere, powerful, everywhere, alive, everywhere, saying yes, that presence that is the all that is, that created each of us out of itself, that created each of us out of itself. It loved us into being. It breathed us into existence. And so as I speak the word here right now, I stand in complete and total authority speaking this word, knowing the absolute truth. As I claim a mighty healing and a blessing for each one here, I declare the freedom of each one here, free from any lack and limitation, any limited thought, any old stories, any generational gunk. Oh, just free and released from all of it, all of it, all of it, falling away even as I speak this word. And knowing and sensing, feeling the abundance of pure spirit overflowing in the lives of each one. I claim health and vitality in the cells and the organs and the tissues of the body. Temple vitality, life, life in the body, life in the mind, life in the emotions. Oh, I am knowing for each one divine and magnificent relationships. I bless the children and the grandchildren, the parents and the beloveds and the sisters and the brothers and all the family members, knowing that God is good, expressing as each family in harmony and grace and ease. And I am blessing right now each one's finances, knowing that the love of God is overflowing as money, as abundance, as all needs met, overflowing as opportunities, as new jobs, new ideas, new vitality, new ways of being. I claim it for each one. And so I know that this community is mightily blessed by the words spoken here. This community and beyond, the radiant light of peace shining in the heart of each one. That each one is a peace generator in the world, a peace generator on social media, on Facebook, a peace generator flipping the algorithm to peace and peace and peace and peace and peace. This is what I know. And so I am grateful to know this truth this morning, to know the presence of the divine this morning. This word is complete. I release it. And I let it go. And so it is. And so it is. Is the Spirit of God upon you? I believe so. So let me just tell y'all, that was Reese Whitaker who was doing the solo. Oh my God. Yes. Reese, really quickly, is a guest artist from Los Angeles native who recently moved up here to continue her postgraduate training in somatic therapy and social work. As a music minister, she led the praise and worship ensembles at the Metropolitan Community Church denomination, and more recently sang, which is where I know her from, with Ricky Byers' Be Hood Sunday devotionals. Oh my God. So Reese is here. We love her. Ricky called me a couple months ago and said, Reese is moving to San Jose. I'm like, who's Reese? And she's like, she's moving. And I was thinking, oh, like sometime much later. And then like a few Sundays after that, Reese popped up right here. So yeah, magnificent. Reese, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So good to have you. Okay, beloveds, it's time for our offering now. And so I want you just to take a deep breath as we move into this space and into the place of gratitude and overflowing. Oh my goodness. So much wonderful stuff happens here, and it happens because of your donations and because of what you give. This choir, the equipment, all of the things you see, and all the things that happen here happen because of your financial support, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you. So as we start and prepare for our offering, let's have the giving affirmation, which is on the screen, but not right here. So Reverend Jeff, or someone, if you'll just start the giving affirmation, I'll come along with you. From the love of
pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper.
It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you so much, choir. Now, the choir is going to be on summer hiatus until when? When do y'all come back? We're going to get back together in 2 weeks. No. When do you come back here to sing? In September? Yes. Okay. So the choir will be back singing here on a Sunday in September. So we'll let you know. Huh? Choir practice is on Wednesdays. Yeah, Wednesday, 6:30 to 8 is choir practice, so if you want to join. All right, so who's here for the very first time? Hello, hey there. Mwah. So good to see you. Okay, who's here for the very first time but is too shy to raise their hand and will raise it now? Okay, yes, good. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living San Jose. Welcome home. We are spiritual but not religious, and as you can see, we enjoy making a joyful noise. So if this resonates for you, or even if it doesn't resonate for you, you can come back until it does. And there's some treats out in the fellowship hall, and there's a concierge table where you can learn more about the center. And please introduce yourself to me, okay? Wonderful to see you. We now have our teens making their way down to the front. And as they do that, I'm going to ask our practitioners to also come on down to the front. Practitioners in service have a purple stole on, and what that means is that they are here and available for prayer. Practitioners are the ecclesiastical arm of the center, and they are available for prayer, so do not leave here with a heavy heart if you need some prayer this morning. Just grab someone with the purple stole, and they will pray with you right back there.
Good morning. Once again, I'm Jennifer Bick. I am the director of our youth and family programs here, and I just want to acknowledge today's volunteer, Jackson Diamond, was with our teens. Thank you very much. He's my grown son, but we're really grateful for him to be here today. Thank you.
All right, I believe we're at the final song. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Joni, for helping keep us together here. All right, so everybody, let's stand up and sing our final song, and we'll do our benediction.
Please repeat after me this closing affirmation. I am a unique expression of the one source. I shift my mental equivalent to greatness. And I surround myself in greatness. And so it is.